something is said to you enough times, your brain will believe that it's true, whether it is or isn't. This is called the illusory truth effect. The more times you hear it, the more you'll believe it. It happens because repetition increases processing efficiency. Research has shown that repetition increases belief in false statements, even when those statements contradict the participant's previous knowledge. Communication science is clear on this. Familiarity overpowers rationality. The mere repetition of any claim enhances its credibility, regardless of its inherent believability. Repetition doesn't just increase your individual belief in the information, it alters your perception that other people believe it too. This is called illusory consensus effect, and it can create a widespread sense of false agreement, which further entrenches beliefs. Repetition is a potent communication tool. Edward Bernays knew this very well, and he would consistently reinforce specific messaging across all kinds of media platforms to shape public opinion and consumer behavior. It's not about the truth, it's about exposure. The more you hear a lie, the more the lie will win. The combination of repetition and authority is lethal. If a trusted person or institution repeats false information, people believe it even faster. So if something is everywhere, your brain just accepts it as normal. In 2003, US officials started to repeat the term WMD. Like they would say this constantly in speeches and press briefings. News networks picked up on this and repeated those claims from the president without questioning him, because he was the president. Condoleezza Rice used to say, "We don't want the smoking gun to become a mushroom cloud." This made it sound really urgent. Once enough people believed it, the war became inevitable. This manufactured consent for the US and the UK to invade Iraq, which led to the death of millions of Iraqis and destabilized an entire region. The war on Iraq was based on a lie. There was no weapons of mass destruction. That has been critically debunked by now. But this is a powerful example of state propaganda. If a politician repeats something enough, people start to believe it, even when it's absurd. Repetition literally rewires your memory. People's perception of reality can be reshaped just by hearing a false statement enough times. Algorithms prioritize engagement over truth. If you engage with something once, the algorithm will keep showing it to you. People fall into echo chambers where they constantly see more of ideas that they already believe. This is how misinformation thrives, as virality is repetition on steroids. A message does not need to be true to go viral. It just needs to be sticky and compelling enough for you to believe it and tell your friend. People get locked into reinforcing bubbles where their incorrect beliefs are constantly being revalidated. Remember, just because you hear something online doesn't mean it's true. And if something is being pushed hard, we need to ask why. Who benefits from you believing that narrative? In the case of the weapons of mass destruction, it was companies like the Carlyle Group and GEO Group, the private prison and military complex people, who benefited from this. Follow the money. This is how media and propaganda works. There's no such thing as free media, free press. It's bollocks. You are being manipulated with propaganda without your realization. Bernays understood this 100 years ago. Nothing has changed today.